Hey guys, what's up? It's NihonTiger. How you doing? Welcome to Project Cars.
Okay, focus.
It's
on a
Italian
nice
Grand Prix weekend, and that means
make sure you get to the first corner
we're going to be racing at Monza. Yes, we're going to be racing at Monza here in a Lotus 78T, a championship-winning car from 1977 and 1978. Well, more so 1978 from the seasons. It didn't quite win 77. But it did have a good showing, except for the engine failures. So, what is this car, and why are we racing it at Monza, other than it being, a car that would have raced at Monza at one point during the 70s, which that's part of the reason why we're racing. But I want to talk a little bit about the circuit and about the car. So the car, to start with, is it's a rear engines machine with a Cosworth V8 engine, aluminum bodywork, and that bodywork is actually what makes it really special, because the team owner, manager, and basically lead engineer Colin Chapman, who's kind of a legendary character in the Formula One history, he came up with something, but he didn't necessarily invent it, because the ideas that went into the 78 kind of came from other sources, but he was one of, if not the first, to apply some principles from the outside world of Formula One and really change the way that cars would operate for the next decade or more. And so what he did, as we go through parabolically here, what he did was he came up with the idea to shape the underside of the car in a certain way to create additional downforce that would help with the handling as you're going through corners, which means you can take it faster.
Nice job. Now try and extend your lead.
That was kind of the birth of the ground effects era in Formula One, which was both a wonderful thing and also a not so wonderful thing. It was wonderful because it made the cars so much faster, but at the same time it also kind of took away from some of the skill that was needed to navigate the courses, because obviously if the cars are going to stick to the ground, be lower to the ground than they were in the past, that means they have more grip, and therefore you can take corners faster and easier. So eventually FIA would do away with the ground effects era, but not before we got some incredible races in the 80s out of it. I mean, it was a very interesting time. So, yeah, the ground effects era kind of starts with the 78T and the fact that the car was basically designed with the body in mind, including the undercarriage, the underbody, to have as much downforce as possible. And in particular, this little guy right here, this car I'm driving in, the number 5 right here, even though it's got a British flag on the front, it's not Nigel Mansell's car. He's old, but he's not that old. The number 5 belongs to a certain American racer who has a very lengthy history. The last American Formula One winner and a world champion, Mario Andretti, guy who I would argue is possibly the greatest American race car driver of all time. And so this was his car during the 1978 season when he won the world championship, and also 1977 when he almost won the world championship, but like I mentioned before, the engine failures kind of kept him from being able to do that. And he spent a lot of time before the 78 season kind of helping Lotus, testing and refining the car and making it even better than it was. So that's really, when you're talking about the kind of the ground effects era, or if anyone ever mentions it to you in regards to F1 history, this is where it all kind of begins. And a lot of teams at the time had no idea that they were planning this, that Lotus was planning to use this car and have it be what it was. It looked different. It definitely looked different than other machines of the era, but it didn't quite see the underside because you're not going to see the underside unless your car flips over a bunch of times. So that's not something they got to see a whole lot of, because I'm sure that Lotus would have even gone ahead and did what they had to hide it. But Monza itself is a very interesting track. It's been around since 1922, and it's had the Italian Grand Prix at it for about that same time. The track itself has actually kept its shape for the most part. Now there is, I mentioned this before in an earlier race, there is a, go down the front stretch here, there is an oval section as well, but that's no longer raced on.
That's great pace, love your work.
You can see the banking coming up on the right there, there's the banking. Brake as we go into the first variante, which is the first chicane, which used to not exist. And then we've got the Curva Grande right up here, the big sweeping right-hander curve, very fast. And it used to be that you would race on the oval and on this circuit. So we got the second variante right here. And then the Curva di Lesmo right back up here. These two corners are the Curva di Lesmo. The Italian is not the best. I apologize for mispronouncing a few things here and there. This is the Curva di Seraglio, I think. And there is, right here, we're passing underneath where the banked curve is. And this is the Variante Ascante, which is a very famous left complex. Variante Ascari, I'm sorry. Taking a look at my track map again. Yeah, it's Variante Ascari, and you come down this long stretch into Parabolica, which I mentioned several times before. And then the curve, the banking actually, let's see if we can do right there, yep. You can see right there, that's where the banking reconnects, is right at the end of Parabolica. And so,
nearing the end of the race now, just one lap to go.
So this track is very fast.
This guy's right on your gearbox. See if
very,
you can pull a
very,
triple
very
and slow
different
down in the middle of the last corner and try and punch away onto the straight to break the slipstream.
Any F1 race that you'll see during the rest of the year, just because of the high-speed nature. It's a lot like Monza in that regard. A lot of these old tracks have very unique things about them. Monaco's, did I say Monza? It's in Monaco. They both start with Mon. But Monaco, of course, is a very slow track where you're not going to pass a whole lot. Monza is a very fast track where there's not necessarily a lot of passing, but a lot of the curves are taken very quickly. It's a flat-out track. You're not going to worry about, having hairpin turns. There actually are no hairpin turns on the track, which, Parabolica is about the closest thing to a hairpin that Monza has. And this is, like Spa, this is a track that's known for its fatalities. Most of them, a lot of them, were actually very serious accidents where cars would go, because of the high speeds, cars would actually go flying into the stands. And on several occasions, spectators were killed at Monza. There's at least two that I can recall, including one in the 60s that killed the guy who was winning the world championship. Yeah, it's a very tough track. It's very fast. It's less deadly now than it used to be, but I'm sure even with all the safety upgrades, just the speeds make this one of the more dangerous tracks to race in F1. That's a fun track, I'll tell you that much. It's fun to take this flat out.
That was a masterful piece of driving. Great job, bud. See you in the
that was fun though. That was really fun. That is a wonderful machine to drive, a wonderful car to drive. There's really not a whole lot more to talk about. Unlike Spa, there's not, other than having the oval, the banked oval to race on. We can't race on that because it's just so in such bad condition. Really can't race on it at all. It's also really unsafe, especially with modern F1 cars. But yeah, that's kind of a quick tour of Monza. Get to ride around a little bit, and I will remember as well that it's Variante Ascari and not Ascante. Not combining Variante and Ascari together to make a new word, Ascante. But yeah, that's pretty much the in and out of racing at Monza. Yeah, my voice is going, so I should probably stop talking. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you once again very soon here on Project Cars around the track. Cut the corner there a little bit. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. This guy's gonna go around us. Oh, teammate's going around us. Oh, holy crap.
We think you need to come into the pits. It looks like you've got some suspension damage, so we need to check it out, see if we can fix it.